It's that time again. Wizards of the Coast gave us information about the new Spider-Man secret lair, and you know the drill. If you've been around this channel for a while, I love moments like this because I take the information that we just got and I essentially live react to it on video. I want to take a first look at the Spider-Man secret lair drop. I have the article pulled up over here. It's on the first secret lair that we've all seen, but past that, I haven't really scrolled. So I'm excited to dive in, give you my honest and real on-the-spot thoughts, and if you like content like this and conversations we have on this channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and the like button down below, because for a small channel like mine, it helps more than you can possibly imagine. All right, let's dive in. So when I evaluate the secret lair, I'm going to come from a bit of a place of nostalgia. I have a tendency to romanticize my time with Magic the Gathering and enjoy all of the, memories I have. So when I see cards from my childhood or cards that were, important to me at some point, I tend to value them past their dollar amount because that's important. I will briefly talk about the cost of the secret lair if it's listed in the article. It normally is, but if it is, I'm going to talk about it. But if not, I will give you still my honest thoughts on the collecting and real vibes of the set, because if I'm known for anything, it's building weird and awkward collections. I have what I consider to be the most unique collection on YouTube, where I have several collections of dollar cards trying to fill out full sets, etc. So it's not just all about money here at Hometown TCG, and let's dive in. We have right away what I'm going to call the newspaper set that jumped out. Does this thing have a name here? I've got it framed in so you guys can kind of see the layer here, but this to me is a win. This is just like on theme. We're gonna go over individual cards, but like on theme, on first approach, it's a win because it feels like comic book Spider-Man to me, and I just love that vibe. Now I will say the value of the cards, just looking, I'm seeing Frantic Search, Scheming Symmetry, Blasphemous Act, Impact Tremors. There's 2 Frantic Searches here. I thought it wasn't 2 Frantic Searches. I thought, I thought there was a Fact or Fiction. This is listed as 2 Frantic Searches. Remember, this is the one that's been out for a while that I was talking about. If this is wrong, this is gonna be wild. I think there's supposed to be a Fact or Fiction here. But I like this, and the cards are iconic from my perspective, at least the first 2, Frantic Search, and I think there's a Fact or Fiction. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment section. So I like this. This does what Secret Lair does best. This is the theme. This is the spice. This is the juice that is Spider-Man, and you get all the Spider-Man feels when you buy this. And yeah, the card value is not there. It's going to be way more expensive than the value of the cards, but I personally will be building a playset collection of these just because I like them. Like I'll be trying to do with the Spider-Man cover sets when they come out, just for a binder, because I think they're going to look really cool. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. Moving on, this is the first new one, and the Commander Spice is strong, I'm seeing already. This is called Marvel Spider-Man Heroic Deeds. Let's see. Oh, this entire set will be part of the Marvel Spider-Man Super Drop bundle of fancy. Grab the headlines. Oh, these are the headlines. So the headlines are $29.99 and $39.99 a piece. Let's see if we've got a price on these. $29.99 and $39.99 in rainbow foil for these. Okay, so that might be a pretty standard price. Let's operate like that's the standard price. We see Ephemerate, 3 visits, Lightning Greaves, Soul Ring, and Command Tower. All right, off the rip, the value of the secret lair. If you're looking for, Josh, am I getting my money's worth when I buy this layer? No. Just absolutely not. The value of this layer does not seem to be there. So let's get that out of the way. I know the other content creators and some big YouTube channels do grades. I'm sure this will get an F. I can't disagree with that. If it does, these are like uncommon cards. Let's not get too far down that rabbit hole. But as far as fun cards to play, 3 visits, absolute staple, great card. And then you got, 3 not just staples in green, but just staples. Lightning Greaves, Command Tower, and Soul Ring are just fantastic cards. These are cards that are going to be played in every deck. It's cool to see the versatility. You buy the secret lair, you're going to have cards to play in every deck if Spider-Man's your jam. But like the justification of, I want foil to these, it's going to be $40 to get these cards, it does make it really painful. And Ephemerate, I have a soft spot for Ephemerate. Ephemerate's one of my favorite cards of all time. This card's just so much fun. It's incredible. It's not a ton of printings, but it's not wildly expensive either. I think this layer marks for my grade on fun. It's playable, it's nostalgic, but man, Man, 40 bucks here seems a bit, maybe I'm missing. If I'm missing one of these values in the comment section below, or if I'm spot on, you can feel free to let me know, because this does not feel like $40 worth of cards. All right, so this is the Heroic Deeds secret layer. Now we're on to the Villainous Plots secret layer. This is, okay, same price range, $29.99 to $39.99 respectively. And okay. Sorry, hold on. My brain broke a little bit here. So it's... Alright, so the Heroic Deeds secret layer and the Villainous Plots secret layer are the hero and villain version of a secret layer, meaning you get two different cards. You get a Deadly Dispute and a Go Over the Throat. Relatively recent cards in Magic's history, and definitely not expensive cards. They're recent uncommon cards in Magic history. And then you get a Lightning Greaves, a Soul Ring, and a Command Tower. This is less valuable, right? Right? Like, if we're going, again, dollar cost average, less valuable. And to me, the nostalgia's just not there. The pull, the travel into my Magic's history. Like, yeah, I played these cards in Standard for a while, I guess. Oh, hold on. This one, I'm fanboying a little bit. I'm fanboying on the Heroic Deeds. I love Ephemerate. 3 Vinces is a cool card. I do have a soft spot for Spider-Man. I am a kid born in the late 80s, meaning I watched the first Spider-Man movies as part of my growing up. But like, not the first, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. But this just feels like I can't get behind this one. This is not a good secret layer. If I'm misevaluating this, again, I love to hear from you guys. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. What the heck is going on with this secret layer? This is $40. Whew. Let's skip ahead. Oh, okay. These are like in the style of the complete bundle, the Oil Slick Lands. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read the description of these before we go. Spider-Man secret layer treatments borrow from the entries each set treatments to give fans a hint of nostalgia. Diamond United showcase with Planeswalkers. Include the card raise treatments. Okay. Oh yes, okay. So they helped on Phyrexia All Be One Oil Slick treatments. This is sweet. Okay. And you get, it's worth noting, you get 2 of each land. Not 1 of each land, 2 of each land. And they're $60! I think that's above market rate for Oil Slick Lands. Let me, hold on. We're doing this live. And the reason we do this live, and I know that it's not the best content, but this seems to be not great. Okay. So the Oil Slick raised lands, the swamps are expensive, but the other ones aren't as expensive. You can't see here because we're framed out, but you can see the price on the top right. $6.37 for the plains, which would be one of the more cheap options. Swamps over here are $13, $6. So aside from the swamps, that's kind of okay. That's not the worst price at $6 a lane, but it's secondary market price. And I don't know. Listen, that price aside, I complained about price in the last one. Compared to the last layer that we looked at here, actually not the worst thing we've seen today. Far more comparable price, far more realistic. The art on these is amazing. And if they're in those Oil Slick raised treatments, if you held those before and you had those lands, they are some of the coolest lands you can get your hands on. And the Spider-Man, the Venom backgrounds here going on with the color pop of the actual color pie coming through there. I think this is awesome. I think a big criticism of the Oil Slick raised lands was that you couldn't really tell what kind of land your opponent had available. It was really hard to tell a plains from a swamp from an island. Here will be much easier, and this treatment, the fact that they haven't overdone this is amazing, because this is incredible. I think this is gonna look really good. $60 is a tall price tag. It's a tall price tag for a stack of lands, 10 lands, but man, they do look good. This is my second favorite one after the newspaper foils, because the newspaper just embody what Secret Lair does best. If you're gonna make a Spider-Man Magic the Gathering card and put it in Secret Lair, it should tug at those Spider-Man heartstrings. I like that. All right, now we're into Venom Unleashed. Venom Unleashed colors. Venom Unleashed is one color. It's looks to be a just black Secret Lair. Price is $29.99, $39.99. Okay, so we're back in there. You get a Damnation, a Dark Ritual, Peer into the Abyss, Surgical Extraction, and Tendrils of Agony. This looks really good, and this is another one where this is going to pull with Dark Ritual, Damnation, Surgical Extraction, even Tendrils. This is going to pull at my heartstrings to buy this layer, because these are cool cards. Now, I will say, just like the borderless treatment, I prefer it as a Magic card compared to what we were looking at with the Daily Bugle in the newspaper. I prefer just the borderless treatments as a Magic card because they're far more readable. They feel more like a Magic card to me. But as a Secret Lair piece of like art collecting, putting in a binder and opening up to the page and being like, wow, they don't do it as much for me. With borderless treatments, full art treatments, we have so many of them nowadays. It doesn't jump out as me, but objectively, or at least to me, not objectively, the art does look really good. This is probably a buy for me. I know it's more expensive. I know you're not getting your value. The value's still better than the third Secret Lair we looked at. The evil villain, you get 2 uncommons and some commander staples. Secret Lair. So this, I don't know. I like the art. It's really growing on me. It does stick out a little bit. The borderless treatment is kind of it's whatever at this point for me in Magic, but this art is really good. Especially, look at that surgical. That surgical in foil is going to look incredible. Okay, so that was Venom and... Okay, so this is Venom colors. I forgot I highlighted colors. Venom colors and Venom Unleashed inks. So black and white Venom Unleashed. This is neat. I like this. It's the same price. I don't want to spend too much on the price. We talked about the price and the value maybe not being there. This is cool. I might not buy the colors one. I might get the black and white one. Black and white and off-kilter treatments like this, they stand out a bit more and they pull me in harder. And that's what I need. If I'm going to spend my money on these Secret Lairs, and I'm clearly so far from what we've looked at, not getting my dollar to dollar worth for card value on the secondary market, which it's fine. Secret Lair, you're supposed to pay a price to get the special treatments, to get something that's rare, to get something that you don't see every single day. And that's why I have problems when things look like Magic cards that you just see out of the ecosystem right now. It's like, what am I really paying for? I like the black and white treatment. I like how much it pops. I think it's going to stick out a lot. I'm a fan. I gotta say, I might have to pick those up. All in all, this is a weird Secret Lair. In my opinion, there's some big wins in this layer, and there's some big losses. I'll point out again the heroic. It's Heroic Deeds, and I've missed the name twice, and I gotta go back. Heroic Deeds and Villainous Plots. I'm romanticizing one because I just love playing Ephemerate that much, but it's just not a good value layer. All in all, there's 1 to 2 layers here that I'm pretty interested in, just from a nostalgic pull in, get the Spider-Man vibes, and the rest of it feels like a miss. Overall, I'm going to say most of these are going to be skips for me. The big hitter might be the Oil Slick Raised Lands. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is any of these layers a buy for you? Are you interested in any of them? Are they all bad? Is Universes Beyond and Secret Lair just constantly killing Magic the Gathering? We don't really have that rhetoric here, because listen, we're going to talk about the world as it is. We're going to try to be positive about the game we love, and I'm going to give you my honest, unfiltered thoughts about things like this. And overall, layers not great. The super drop, not great. More of a targeted drop for me, and I will say, when the targeted drop comes, I'm going to target what I want and see if I can't get my hands on it. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm going to link another video here to that collection that I talked about that I think you might like. Until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh, and we'll see you around. All right, goodbye, everyone.